Well, the news of the day is that Dylan Raiola, who is listed as the number one overall prospect for 2024 in college football, is moving to Georgia and is enrolling at Buford High School to play his senior season here in the state of Georgia. Now, Buford is probably the most successful high school football program in the state over the last 25 years. They've won Lord knows how many state championships in different classifications, believe it or not. So they're getting a heck of a player, the number one prospect in the country. But this really says something more about what Georgia's recruiting is at, where it's at right now, and what it could become, especially with Dylan Raiola right in the backyard. I mean, he has already taken on a large role in the recruiting process of trying to get fellow recruits to go to Athens and to join him for their freshman year in 2024. You've got to remember that because of the transfer portal, times have changed in this sport. I'm almost to the point where I'm calling college football minor league football because, of course, not only the transfer portal changes, but the NIL, the fact that these players are now getting paid legally, has changed a great deal of what goes on in this and in recruiting. But now you've got a player in Dylan Raiola who's going to be able to try to make the case to prospects to come to the University of Georgia and be there on a regular basis, which is going to be good compared to when he was on the West Coast. And that's going to mean a lot for Kirby Smart. Kirby Smart can say all he wants to about, hey, come to Georgia, here's why. But when Dylan Raiola, who is the best overall prospect in the country, can say it, that is a big deal. Now, you've got to understand what's going on here at UGA to really define the magnitude of the greatness of this program right now. And I can't even believe the words I'm saying. They've won two straight national championships. They, I think, objectively, are on paper the favorite for 2023. I think the depth on this football team, 1 through 85, is unbelievable. And yes, we've got to see if Carson Beck can be the man at quarterback after Stetson Bennett goes and wins two straight national championships. No question, that is a big question mark. But then you got to think about the fact that next year, everything changes in college football again, where they go from 14 playoff to a 12-team playoff. And there's going to be a lot of unknowns there. We've got to find out a lot about what that's going to be like for college football. How's it going to be like to have a bye in the first round? How's it going to be like to host a game in the first round on campus? What's it going to be, the positives and the negatives of that? And of course, it's going to be more difficult because you're playing more teams and better teams. So if you're Kirby Smart, you've got to think, look, I'm all in for this year. I am pushing all my chips in the middle of the table, and I'm all in to try to win a third straight national championship. Number one, because it hasn't been done since the 1930s. And number two, it's something Nick Saban's never done. And number three, if I do it this year, if I win a championship this year, I got three championships going into the new format in 2024 when there's going to be a 12-team playoff. So what's going on at Georgia right now with two straight national championships, the number one recruiting team on paper right now, and all the services for 2024, and a player like Dylan Raiola now moving to the state of Georgia to go to Buford High School to help you recruit, man, it's hard to beat.